Hello there, it's Jacqueline McGrath, Global Director here again, and we are now in week 3. And boy, oh boy, I think you can tell from my excitement that we're going to learn some fun stuff. This is all about reports. But before we get started, we need to know how you are doing. So let's do a follow-up. How are you doing in your second week challenges? How are your cooking classes going? Are you critiquing yourself? What's working, what's not working, and what's missing? Have you got those cooking classes hitting that sweet spot where you've got 10 guests in the seat, you're getting 2 bookings at each one, and you've got 1 potential team member? How did you do with analyzing your business skills? Where are you strong and where are you needing some training? Have you got your sponsoring material organized? If you are going to be building a team, we need to make sure we streamline this so you can go up that compensation plan quickly. And finally, that epic story. Have you got something going? And remember, get something down and written on paper. It will morph into a different story as you become more comfortable in your business and as your story changes, but you need to get something started now. So what does that epic story look like? Remember, perfection is not a possibility, but actually doing it can actually help you move your business forward. So make sure you stay on track. Your expectation in this program is to make sure that you have 8 cooking classes every month. And if you're doing them, and you're doing the success formula, we should be well on track. But let's see if we really are by looking at reports. So are you on track to become a leader? Are you moving up the compensation plan? So remember, you start as consultant, senior consultant, VIP consultant, executive consultant, and leader. So you probably will not jump all the way to the top in a day, but you will move yourself through the month up the compensation plan. And what's important is that we know how to look at reports and understand what they're showing us. So this tracks us and tells us how we're doing. So if you go into your reports area, once you log into myepichero.com, and it will default to your personal page, but I want you to go and look at team reports. When you get in there, there's going to be a number of widgets that you see on the screen here, and I'm just going to quickly go through the 3, well, actually there's 4 areas that I want to focus on. Number 1 is top left, team compensatable sales. That needs to be 3,000 if you're working towards executive consultant at this point, or 6,000 or more if you want to hit leader status this month. How are you doing? Then this will give you some idea on what your team has got on the books. So these are future cooking classes, people who have booked from one party to the next. So how many more classes does your team have to complete for the month? And remember, these are not solid. There is an opportunity that they may cancel or not happen. So it just gives you a rough idea. If it is 0, well, my goodness, it might be time to get on the phone with your team members. Speaking of team members, top right-hand side, current team fast start progress. If you've been working this business and you've got team members, chances are they're in the fast start program. And I certainly hope you've encouraged them to tap in and take advantage of the thousands of benefits that are in that program. Lower left, you're going to see team promotions. This is people who are bringing team members in, so they're moving up the compensation plan themselves, and this is a huge benefit because their team becomes part of yours. So how many senior consultants, VIP consultants, executive consultants do you have on the team? If you want to know, you can expand. You'll notice underneath each one of these areas, it is a hyperlink. You just need to click that and it will show you way more than just at a glance widget. The important one that I spend most of my time in, so I always save the best to last. That's your team management report. I love this because it will show me almost everything all in one spot. So I want to make sure that you're aware that you need to have 4 personally qualified sponsored consultants. So that's 4 or more. And in total, you have to have 6 or more that are qualified as a team. So 4 that you've brought in, 6 in total. And your 4 do count towards that 6. So I strongly encourage you, when you're looking at the reports, you're now going to click the hyperlink team management report, and let's see what that looks like, because this has all the details. Now it's going to default to the current month and year. If you want to change that, you certainly can. My favorite thing to do is on the top right hand side, I'm going to download the report because I love being able to sort in Excel. However, if you're not good at Excel and you've got a smaller team, there's nothing wrong with just clicking that area that says expand all downline, expand all metrics, because that way you can see it at a glance. I've actually tapped that and clicked the drop down arrow, and you can actually see what the team is doing. So the first line is, of course, you. How are you doing? And this will tell you what your personal QV is, how many people you've sponsored, how many personally qualified this month. It will tell me how many you've sponsored overall, what your total team QV is. And remember, that should look like 6,000. How many team members sponsored this month? Teams qualified, and that should be the number 6. And of course, you are always, no matter what, it always will default with at least 1 because that is you, you're in the books. So you can open and that little arrow and drop down to view every single team member in your group. So this is really wise as we go close towards the end of the month, because you may see that you've got a team member that is just shy of qualifying. Maybe they're sitting at 248 QV. Well, at 250 QV, they are counting. So open up and expand the view and see which team members got some sales in, and make sure they're not leaving themselves just short of qualifying or being able to achieve their VIP, their senior consultant or executive consultant bonuses and benefits. Once you've got a review of what is actually happened, now it's time for you to start projecting your month and what your team's going to do for you. So as a smaller team, I used to literally manually write down people's names. I will supply a template for this, and you will write down their name and you will guesstimate how many more cooking classes they're going to do on average, what their sales will be, if they're going to bring team members in. And the bottom line is, this is just a projection. I used to always do this so I knew what was in my control. I know I can't control my team. Whether they do a cooking class, I can't control that. Whether they're bringing in some sales by putting in orders, I can't control that either. But once I have an idea of my projections with my month and my team, I will then be able to know what I can do to make this work for me. Okay, so we cannot expect our team to do this for us. We need to do it for ourselves. So what do we need to do? Well, if you need to increase sales in your team, you need to add more cooking classes. You need to increase average class sales. You can increase your team's QV, and you can get more team members qualified. So there's so many ways that you can do that. I've got some ideas on the screen. How about encouraging every single team member you have to host their own cooking class every month? Seriously, by hosting their own cooking class every month, they can get the host benefits. That way they don't have to pay full price. They can get free and discounted and half price items every month by opening their home or their online cooking class every month. That's one of the benefits of becoming a consultant, isn't it? How about upselling products in groupings? So you don't just sell one product. You could always say, you know what? A lot of people, when they buy this, will want to buy the spatula or the flipper or whatever else that might look like. So start grouping and upselling your products so it increases your sales. You can also focus on higher price point items like that Epic Life Collection. I mean, people can purchase that at that price of plus $100. However, this could be a huge booking seed and a huge booking benefit for someone. So by promoting those higher price points, there's a good chance that if you can razzle and dazzle them with how amazing that collection is, why would someone want to pay full price with it when they can book their cooking class, introduce their friends to Epicure, and get that collection free or discounted with our host benefit program? Of course, you can still become a master of excellent host coaching, making sure that you're hitting that $500 sweet spot or higher. You can focus on your hosts getting those pre-orders. You may want to challenge them to get 100, 200 extra before the class actually happens, and reward them with something that, of course, would come out of your pocket, but will net you way further ahead. And finally, if towards the end of the month, you're thinking you might be shy on sales, heck, have your own special shopping hour. This is 1 hour on one day where you will say between the hours of 9 and 10, you're going to be offering some special discounts for your personal customers. Do not get yourself in trouble. You cannot post this live. This will actually be done either by sending an email to your personal customers, or if you have a Facebook group, sharing it in there. An idea of what you do is say any email sales that come through between 9 and 10 will be discounted. If your order is sent to me and time-stamped in my computer, between 9 and 9:10, I will give you a 15% discount off your order. Between 9:10 and 9:30, a 10% discount, and between 9:30 and 10, you can get a 5% discount off of whatever you order. So happy shopping. This is my end of the month special. Now, I would not make a habit of this, but if you're down to the wire and you just need to come up with some sales to hit your 6,000 or more bonus or your 3,000 bonus at Executive Consultant, do what you need to do. Just make sure you follow the guidelines in our policies and procedures to not get yourself in trouble. Be creative and have fun. Okay, so what else can you have control of? Well, if you get new team members on board and they jump into the Fast Start program, there's an opportunity for you to be netting lots of team sales. So, and also helping you get qualified team members if you're short on that. So if you need to add new team members, who are they? So remember we talked about who do you know? So who do you know? Who do you know? Get on the phone, introduce them. And in fact, this week, I'm going to be challenging you to go and have 2 information coffee chats or opportunity chats, whether it be live or on social media or on Zoom or Skype. I don't care how it's done, but your challenge this week will be to have 2. And even if you don't have any potential people, your homework will still be to have this and have these opportunity chats. It can be with a best friend or next door neighbor. I don't care, but let's get you getting the cobwebs off of sponsoring and just get you giving it a go to see what it looks like and how you can improve. So when you're out and about, you can be also doing at your cooking classes, sponsoring seeds and booking seeds. And I've got a few up on the screen that I'm going to share with you. So you could say at your cooking class, as a consultant, I'm offering great rewards and incentives all the time. I love my job. You could be saying, oh my gosh, I love being recognized for my success. Do you? You should become an Epicure consultant. They shower us with recognition. You could say that you love your job because you get to help people put meals on the table in minutes that are healthy, tasty, and family approved, and it's so rewarding. You could say, I love that as a consultant, I was able to get these items in my business kit. Oh my gosh, the kit is absolutely amazing. You can say, can you imagine having a job like this where you actually get paid for having fun sampling recipes with friends? I pinch myself all the time. You could say, I get my Epicure products at wholesale pricing. That's just one of the many perks for being a consultant. You could say, this product is one of the reasons I became an Epicure consultant. I fell in love with this. And you could also say, I got this product free as part of my Fast Start bonus program. Our company gets our consultants started off on a great foot with thousands of rewards. So these are just a few of the sponsoring seeds you could put into your cooking classes or when you're having conversations with people to sort of jazz the idea in this person's mind that you're talking to or the group you're talking to, maybe I should do this business. And last but not least, have fun. Nothing makes a job look more fun and appealing if you're having fun and your job looks easy. So do not pack the kitchen sink. Only pack what you need. Have fun. Put a smile on your face. Crack some jokes. Make sure they're tasteful, of course. And, of course, have fun with the people that you meet. Now, when you're out and chatting with people, whether it's at a cooking class or just sitting at a park or visiting with friends, you may hear people start asking questions. And questions can be sponsoring questions in code. So I've got on the screen some questions you may have already heard. So someone might ask you, how often do you hold cooking classes? And I mean, it's a valid question, but really, they may be actually asking because they want to know what your job looks like. So it could be code on, I'm sort of thinking about doing this, but I need some more information, and they just don't want to let you know yet, okay? How silly are they? So a reply might be, you know what I love about Epicure is that I'm able to do as many or as few classes that fits my personal schedule. I average about 2 cooking classes a week, which pays for my bills or my children's little hobbies or team sports. And it will also help me earn my trip to Mexico next year. I'm so excited. Have you ever considered doing a home-based business? Epicure is fabulous. Okay, so that's how you may have heard a question that could be an opportunity for you to sponsor someone, but you never saw it for that. So I've got some additional questions on the screen. Is it difficult to get people to hold classes? Do all the products belong to you? In other words, they're wondering what's in your kit. Do you use all the products yourself? In other words, does the product sell itself? They may say, you are so good at this, I could never present in front of a group of people. You know, when they say that, they've already are thinking about doing what you do, but they just need a confidence boost from you. So that could be your reply. They may ask, are there many consultants in the area? They totally want to know if this business is an opportunity for them, if it's saturated, or if there's room. And the reply to that is a moving target. We never know how many Epicure consultants there are or how many are actually engaged in doing cooking classes. So my reply for that is always, you know what, that's a great question. Let me ask you a question that might help you. When was the last time you were invited to a cooking class? And then zip your lip and let them answer. If they answer never, you just need to continue on and say, well, it's very obvious that there obviously aren't enough consultants if you've never been asked. So don't try to answer that Epicure consultant in area question with an actual number. That's not what they're asking. They just want to know if there's an opportunity for them. And does your family mind you being gone for the evening? Which they're probably thinking about this opportunity and thinking this may be objection that they have with the family. It may be a challenge for them. So you might need to work around that. So this will be, again, part of your homework, to be prepared and listen for clues that could be a way for you to sponsor your next team member. So here we go. Challenges for the week. Before next Monday, I want you to completely have the following done. I want you to critique your weekly performance using the template provided and share it with your leader. Remember, they're a wealth of knowledge. They can totally help you, and we're in week 3 of this month, so this is the time when you should be reaching out to them. I want you to review your reports in team management in your myepicure.com area. Where are you? Are you on track? Then determine what needs to be done. You're going to use that brand new template I've provided you. You're going to write down your team's names and figure out what still needs to happen. And remember, you can connect with your team members to get their support, but ultimately, if you want this to happen, you need to take control of it and do it yourself. So you can do that by booking 2 new cooking classes, increasing your sales at classes, honing your skills in host coaching, and last but not least, do 2 opportunity chats with potential team members. Everyone is a potential team member. So if you don't have a list of someone to join your business, you are going to take your best friend, your mom, your neighbor, 2 people on an opportunity chat for coffee, and you're going to practice your skills at sponsoring. What do you say? When do you say it? Remember, you're going to be asking lots of questions. So make sure you go in and learn some training before you go on sponsoring and prospecting. And please share your outcome with your leader. So that's it. We are getting so close to the end of the month. And I did put a quote on the screen. When your desires are strong enough, you will appear to pose superhuman powers to achieve it. This is crazy, but if you want this big enough for yourself, you will move mountains to make it happen. So good luck, everyone. Next week, I will be live. See you on Monday. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.